Valentine's Day is approaching, and if you're like me, you like to play games that surround it around the holiday, or which is something I like to do, usually like Christmas games or Halloween. I like to like have a game that gets me into that mindset. So I have a few games that I want to recommend are love core, I want to say, because it centers around relationships, friendships, and things that are all the best for Valentine's Day. It's a nice celebration of love. Some of these games I've played, some of them are going to be games that I want to play that I haven't gotten to yet. But first, if this is your first time clicking on my videos, my name is Delaney, and welcome back return viewers as well. If you want to see more Nintendo Switch gaming content, like and subscribe, you guys. First on the list, and I feel like this game encapsulates like this whole time, or I guess I would say, because it's like perfect for you to play with a player two. This one is called It Takes Two, and I've mentioned this before on my channel. This actually won Game of the Year awards, I think in 2021 it was. It Takes Two is about, it's about a couple who are thinking about getting a divorce, and they inadvertently get turned into dolls by their daughter, and then they have to navigate this world as dolls and to try to solve puzzles together to be able to get it back into their bodies. I think that is so great because the multiplayer is such a cool concept where you're working together with another person to be able to navigate these puzzles and figure out these situations. If your friend doesn't have the game, there's a friend pass for you to be able to match your switches together to play on 2 different switches, which I think is really cool. It's like such a great couch co-op game, especially for right now if you want to like do a little date night or something like that. It's so perfect, and I just really love the concept. I've been seeing it go on sale a lot. If you want to pick it up, I see it on sale physically for $30 right now at I think all retailers, and it's also available on PlayStation 4 as well, and Xbox. So if you want to pick it up on another platform, there's also that option. So next game on the list, and this one is called Validate. So this one actually recently released. It's a dating simulator game, visual novel, and it features 13 singles living in the Jersey City area. They're navigating through adulting. They're in their 20s, like navigating through working a 9 to 5, juggling adult responsibilities, all of the things that all of us millennials are going through is pretty much the vibes. It's a game that I definitely want to pick up for Valentine's Day. So I think it's so cool because it's so inclusive. There are so many different characters, and it's very LGBTQ friendly as well, which I don't see a lot in dating simulator type games. So I do love that they included that in, and the dialogue seems very smooth, and it seems interesting that there's so many different characters to be able to interact with and then find out their storylines. So there's hours of gameplay. This looks so interesting, but I will say that there's content warnings on it. For it's rated M, so I will say it's not kid friendly. So if you're looking to pick it up, you probably should be older. It probably shouldn't be, a child should not be playing this, I will say. So this game is also a visual novel, and is my all-time favorite right now. It's called Cupid's Parasite. I've mentioned this a few times on my channel, and so Cupid's Parasite is about Cupid, who she comes down to Earth to basically prove to the gods that Cupid is not really needed, is like the magic is not really needed to be able to create couples. So she works at this matchmaking company where she basically tries to help people get together without her magic, but then along the way she's roped into helping these singles who are called parasites, the Parasite 5, who are 5 guys who basically are unmatchable because of some type of idiosyncrasy they have with their personalities. And I just think that it's hilarious. Like it's very colorful. It gives very rom-com, and I haven't played, like most of the otomes I've played have been a little bit serious, so it was a very good breath of fresh air. I thought each route was funny, and it was just such a great concept, especially with like how creative it is with Cupid. And I love like I love stories with like a supernatural things on it. So if you definitely want to find something that will make you laugh and also give you like a great storyline, I definitely say pick up Cupid's Parasite. It's one of my favorites. Next on the list is, so Florence is an interactive visual novel. So basically it's mostly about Florence navigating in her life, but also a relationship that she gets into and navigating through that. I really enjoyed this game. It's very quick play. I feel like I spent maybe an hour, 2 hours on it. Florence is in her 20s, basically trying to figure out what she wants to do with her life and just going through the monotony of like working, you know, talking to your mom and just trying to like gather balance in the relationships in your life. So I really love how this game plays out because there are just so many cool puzzles that it just like makes everything so fun and enjoyable to play. There's points in the game where it's very interactive with how you connect with the significant person that you meet later in the game, and I really just love how it works, and it's just such a great game, and it makes you feel very hopeful by the end of it. So next on my list is called Unpacking. So Unpacking, I want to say, is semi-similar to Florence with how it works. It doesn't have words in it. It's not really a visual novel though. So Unpacking is, you follow this character from like teenage years into adulthood and just her various places of her unpacking and building her environment, her home. The gameplay is just so simple, but it's so calming, and it's really just like satisfying when you find the right place for everything. I put this on a list, like it's not exactly focused on relationships, but I will say I do like the idea that just seeing how every time she goes into a new environment, how it changes, how her relationships with some of the partners that she has affects her and helps her to grow. And if you played, or oh my gosh, there is one unpacking part that just gets so frustrated with one of the relationships she's in. I just really loved how the game was able to use like some of the relationships she has to show her growth and show how she continues on in her life, and just how people in relationships can affect you, pretty much, I would say. So yeah, it's such a great concept and I definitely recommend it as well. I feel like I kind of put a little bit of just like, not sappy exactly, but I always like to change it up when it comes to games that I'm playing. So I want to add in one last Otome game, and this one is called Bustafellows. So this one is a little bit of like a crime romance, I want to say. So you play as this character who, she has this power to go back in time, to go back a certain amount of time, so it's a little bit of sci-fi in there. And she meets these characters who are kind of like con artists, kind of similar to, say, like heists. They do like little heists, but it's not for bad. Usually it's for good. And basically you get to go through each storyline and learn more about each character. And I really enjoyed this a lot. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed some of the romance that goes with it, and the concept with her having this like supernatural ability really adds more into the gameplay. So I definitely recommend it if you're like into like crime things and want to have a little bit of like mystery and also a sprinkle of romance. Like it was perfect. So those are a few games that I wanted to recommend for Valentine's Day. I hope you guys enjoyed that list. And what are some recommendations you have for me for Valentine's Day games? And if you have any plans, let me know down in the comments. And I hope all of you are doing well. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to this point in the video, and have a wonderful day, you guys. Bye.